All right, welcome back to another episode of TQA Quality Minute. Talking about here is gap assessments. Gap assessments, as with many things in the quality world, oftentimes become way more complicated and difficult than they need to be. The purpose of a gap assessment is to find what your gaps are in your process. But if done effectively, it can also map the entire process for you. So we're take a look here at, this is the tool that we use with Texas Quality Assurance. So giving away a little bit of the secret sauce here. But the first thing is we identify the process. What's the process that we're working with? Let's say, for instance, this was how we qualify our welders. So we're working with our welder qualification process. So we have inputs and we have resources. The inputs and resources here could be the weld wire, the filler material, the welders themselves, the weld equipment. So we've got all sorts of inputs and requirements. Here, this could also have our customer request. The output is, of course, the finished product of the weld, but also the qualified welder is an output of our weld qualification process. Which that's all well and good, but it's still not everything that we need to have an effective process. You have to have goals. What's our goal? At the end of this process, what do we expect to have? Well, here I would venture to say that our goal is to have certified welders and to have a process with high conformity to our customer requirements. That sets up the next piece, which are checks and measures. You need to identify up front what you want to check. What are the KPIs you're going to have? What are the numbers that you're going to go after? So we need to have that identified up front in our process. Then lastly, how do we ensure that these goals are met with these checks and measures with conforming outputs? Well, we have to have controls. And this is where your weld qualification procedures come in. Your weld inspection and test reports that you're going to run. All of the documented information that you're going to develop to tell folks how to go from this input to this output by meeting your goals and objectives with measurements that you can verify. And that's done with our controls.